Today, we are sailing to Papua New Guinea, an island country in the southwest Pacific known for its gorgeous tropical landscape, vast biodiversity, and unfortunately, the crime and piracy that takes place in its surrounding waters.
Can't guarantee things won't happen. In fact, I think probably something will.
What was that? We just hit something?
Originally, we had planned to avoid the country altogether for fear of pirates. However, the many other great things we had heard about PNG tempted us. Today's journey begins in Giso, Soloman Islands, where we were preparing to depart.
Okay, so we are about to leave for PNG. It is a little bit of piracy there. I've been tracking the piracy map to see where there have been attacks, but we need to leave so we get there in daylight, so we can leave in daylight, so we don't have to spend the night at the place we're checking in. All right, but let's get a move on, and then we'll go through more details later.
So if any pirates come onto our boat, should we fight them? Or should we just take everything?
No, you have to, you have to take care of yourself and you try to,
Because we heard in the other city further north, in Bougainville, that it's a lot of, that it's not safe there.
Yeah, Bougainville, that's that place.
Yeah, that it's not safe.
Yeah, that's not safe. Bougainville, that's true. But just take precaution,
Now that we had checked out of the Soloman Islands, our plan was to sail 24 hours to Kieta, where we could check into PNG. We wanted to avoid the bigger cities and ports, as those tend to be the high crime areas. Kieta is a pretty low-key area, so we figured it would be a safe port of entry. With that said, we knew there was a risk of piracy pretty much anywhere in the Soloman Sea, so we wanted to be extremely vigilant from here on out.
So, in case anything happens, we all need to be prepared and know what to do, because we won't have a lot of time.
So if there's a boat approaching us at high speed or at night and we're not sure what's going on and we think that their intent is bad, we're going to do a bunch of different things. Number one, we're going to turn our AIS, which is our system that allows other ships to see us, off. We're also going to turn our navigation lights off and all the internal lights off, so we're as dark as possible to any approaching boats. We're going to radio pan to all available ships that there's a boat approaching us. If the boat comes alongside and starts to have hostile intent, that will turn to a mayday. So once that happens, then we do all those things, then we're going to drop our sails and we're going to turn both engines on. We're going to grab all the sharp stuff we have, the spear gun, the knives, and the boat hook, anything we can push them off with long, keep them off the boat, and we're going to put it on the table. So the goal is to not let them board the boat. So we will try to knock them over with our stern if we have to, by going this way and that way, or this way and that way. We will try to run them over and disable their boat. We don't care about the boat at this point. It's life and limb. We can run them over and sink them. Absolutely, 100%. That would be our goal.
If they have guns, things change. We're not gonna fight against guns. That's another story. Then we just have to hope for the best. Also, when you're on shift, you need to really actively be on your shift. You need to listen, you need to watch, you need to every 10 minutes do a complete 360, walk around, have a look with binoculars, check everywhere if it's anything you see.
So our spear gun is strong enough to kill somebody. Aim it at their chest or their head, they will die. So we have that option. I can't guarantee things won't happen. In fact, I think probably something will. Whether it's really a pirate or it's a boat on the horizon that we see that we're concerned about, there'll probably be several times like that.
I've been in contact with these, with the customs officers here, and this is the safest route. It's a reason why we're checking into this specific harbor and not the one up north and not anyone else. And they're waiting for us, and if we don't, of course they can't help us if something happens, but they will be watching and make sure that we're coming. If we turn our AIS off, they will see that and they will know something is happening. This stop we're going to now is the most risky one because it's a bigger island, it's more populated. That's why we just go in, check in, leave straight away. When we get to the next island, it's relatively safe.
As we began our sail into the night and further into open ocean, out of nowhere, something made impact with the bottom of the boat.
What was that? We just hit something?
Hit something. Definitely hit something. And bounced on the side of the hull. Oh, it's a log.
Oh yeah, it's a log. Let's just not break the boat here. We can't be stuck here fixing the boat. We can't break a friggin' engine. This just needs to go smoothly.
Isn't it so weird that like an hour ago we were prepping for a pirate attack, which is one of the weirdest things ever, and now we're just like carrying on normal life, eating somewhere else.
So this was my shift right now, and I see that there was a lightning behind us, maybe a storm or something like that. And the first time I see the flashlight, I'm like, is this a boat? And I cannot see anything. And then it flashed again, and I'm just so nervous.
So it's a little past 3 a.m. and I just got on my shift. And as soon as I got on my shift, when Amy left, I looked and I was like, is that a light? And so I've been watching this light and I don't see it anywhere on the navigation system. But there's nothing on the radar talking about this light over here. And it just makes me feel a bit nervous because of all this pirate talk that we've been having and that we are in unsafe waters. So it's about 5 a.m. I have like an hour left on my shift and I've been watching this boat and we were talking about pretty seriously this entire time. So I've been checking the radar and the navigation maps and everything and I don't see them at all. But I do think that it's just a passenger ship, something like us. So I woke up this morning and get up and I see that our estimated arrival time suddenly has changed from 2 o'clock till 9 this evening, which means we get there at night, we would have to spend the night before we check in tomorrow and leave. That's absolutely not what we want to do. Apparently we've been going 2.5 knots overnight, which is nothing. Not sure what we're gonna do right now.
Well, it's my sunrise shift, and we just entered Papua New Guinea waters. Really concerned. I guarantee we're going to be approached by a boat or two, and how we react to it is going to be important to hopefully control the situation and not have things turn south quickly. So on edge already. No wind, we're moving slow, got both engines running, 3 knots against us, so that doesn't help. We want to get through here as quick as possible, and it's just slowing us down. About 3 boats on the horizon right now. They seem to be moving away from us, so that's good. By the way, I'm the first one they're going to take out if they come on the boat with sinister intentions. But, to be honest, Mara's probably the most dangerous one on the boat.
If you Google the map and you see where Suano Island is.
Suano Island. So we go there, we anchor, and we wait for you on the boat.
Yes.
And is it also safe to travel here along the land, or is it any piracy happening here?
No, no piracy along the coast to Buka. Still okay.
Okay. So it's just on a call with the customs guy. He said that the health inspectors had to go to another village, so they couldn't be here to check us in. So he asked us to go to the other village further north to check in, which in the compendium they're saying do not go there because it's more robberies, it's dangerous for yachties. He tried to calm me down saying it was safe. I think it's a better option to go there instead of having to go here and wait for 2 days.
at least we'll be moving, we'll getting towards where the areas are safer, and we get there, they will be waiting for us. They are watching us, and then we can check in.
I saw some mahi jumping across in the back of our boat, and then 2 seconds later, zzz, that one, and I saw him jump. It's a nice big one. Mahi for dinner.
You're cooking?
Yes!
Yes.
Apparently. No. Control.
Let's take a shower. Let's have a bucket so I can scoop the salt water on myself. And in the final rinse with the fresh water.
As we continued on our course, we entered the Intertropical Convergence Zone, an area along the equator where the northeast and the southeast trade winds converge, creating virtually windless conditions and mesmerizingly calm seas. What we saw next was nothing short of magical.
I never thought that we would be sat here today unrobbed or unattacked. Like after our conversation yesterday and the way that we felt going to bed last night and then on my shift, I thought that there was no way we'd be sat here having dinner after a very uneventful day.
There is a freaking light on my shift again the entire time. I'm gonna lose it. So we are arriving in Buka. We will be there in about 1 hour. We are entering an area where in the maps it says that there are mines on the ground. It says former mine areas of this chart have been swept and are open to surface navigation only. They're not safe for anchoring, trawling, bottoming by submarines or seabed activities. We have to go through this passage and it says it can be 6 knots of current through here. Over a minefield. Don't forget that part. So I'm a little bit nervous about going through. Current is starting to pick up as well. Just jumped from 0.7. It was up at 2. Heading in here. Oh, yeah, we're going through the canal. The autopilot was starting to struggle because of the current, so I took it on manual. And the current is just picking up. We're going 7, but in reality I'm going like 4, and the current is just like pushing us through. This is gonna be crazy. And there's boats coming. So PNG is often ranked as likely the worst place in the world for violence against women. And 27% of men on Bougainville Island, this island, reported having raped a non-partner. So currently we got a 3-knot current just pushing us towards the shallows on this side. So I'm very glad that we got a double engine at the moment, that we could just crank up the starboard engine a little bit more to make sure that we're staying out of those shallows.
It's weird because when we were in Vanuatu, everyone was staring at boats coming up to the boat and stuff, but like, we were like, hi. But here, then we just had this boat just like right now. And it just makes it so much more scary because of like the reputation.
Yeah, they're just like...
So that was
Upon arriving in Buka, we checked into the country and the girls and I headed to land for some quick provisions while Doc stayed guard on the boat.
So the girls have gone to town. They've left me to defend the boat myself. So here is my plan. The dinghy is locked up, so they can't take that, which is a good thing. I've got locks on the lazarettes. We've got all the hatches locked. I've got my trusty spy binoculars to see boats coming at us. And then the final thing is the Alamo. If they are determined to come at us, close, lock, and then I've got these defensive mechanisms. And they're on the VHF radio, so I hold out here and call for the cavalry to come from shore with help. So update, we're about an hour in to my watch. Girls are still on land. I've had about 7 boats approach this boat at high speed. Most of them wave, which is nice. You know, I think they're mostly curious. They haven't seen a boat like this. So that's good. You know, a place gets a reputation. 95% of the people are good. 5% make it bad for everyone else.
So many bad stories about this place, and then we come here and we just have a freaking great time and meet so much nice people, but then the sun will set and we will be afraid again, but it's so nice. I love it. You know, it's funny, if we didn't know anything about this place we wouldn't be suspicious of people, so I don't know if it's fair to them, although we did have 2 boats just approach and one kind of looked in the windows, but they were kids, so I don't know. It's just an odd thing where you have this preconception coming into something, and maybe it's not fair.
After our quick visit in Buka, we headed straight out for a 36-hour sail to the far more remote Sunken Bay. After a long sail, we arrived in Sunken Bay, and what a sight it was. Just pure natural beauty. Once we got settled, we headed into the village and met the chief. After talking with the chief for a bit, he explained to us the harsh reality they face on the island, not having an economy or a way to produce income. Due to the bad reputation that blankets most of PNG, they see virtually no visitors, making it all the more difficult to make money. The chief told us about his vision and future plans for holding festivals on the island to attract visitors, and to create some form of commerce. After we left Sunken Bay, we continued working our way east through PNG, and contrary from the rumors and our expectations, everywhere we visited, we were met with open arms. In fact, we crossed paths with some of the kindest and most generous people I have ever met. Our experiences in PNG reminded us that you can never judge a book by its cover. Piracy is a scary thing, and like in most other places around the world, there are bad people with bad intentions. But it's such a tragedy that the stories and rumors of piracy around PNG have tainted how the rest of the world and the yachting community perceive the country. Despite our apprehensions, we are so grateful that we took a chance and were able to realize all of the amazing things PNG has to offer.
So we're about to leave PNG after 2 weeks of, heaven. We came here expecting pirates to be robbed, and we went here and it's been absolutely amazing. Bye PNG!
Bye PNG!
Thank you!